I know, it's been literally, I'll be doing all the other maintenance on it today. They've missed that, so there were three pairs missed their goal.
Did really?
So we had the Castling team all week as standby, and just to show them round. So that run, they used that, and then they've invited them back, and we've given them a cab ride and a bit of a drive up and down on a service train, just to make it worth the while, really, or to appease the situation, really. Just watch it, like any railway shed.
Yeah.
You've not seen inside.
Right, yes, he's...
The smoke box, that's what it looks like. Virtually most Western engines are all standardised anyhow. The small holes there, those are the flue tubes. All the heat is coming through there. Everything is surrounded by water. All the tubes are surrounded by water. All those other like N-shaped things, and that's the superheater elements, that. Your water, obviously, the heat coming through the tubes boils your water.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. The actual, when you open your regulator, then the steam pipe is taken from the very highest point in your boiler. It'll come down in on the tube, see the tube has two pipes. It enters the superheater header, which is saturated, it's just wet steam, just boiled. A lot of water in it. Goes into the header, and then goes back in some more smaller pipes down some larger flue tubes. Right? That will then go right the way down from the smoke box end to almost where you enter the firebox, which is about there. The superheater elements will go straight down, double back, and come out. On the lower side then, that steam then has been superheated and is literally dry steam. It's not wet.
Really?
It's superheated. The temperature is much higher. So when then, normally if the regulator's shut, there's nothing in there. As soon as you open the regulator, to the front, back through to be reheated, superheated, back out, and then down your two main steam pipes into your cylinders. The effective superheating to mid-gear means it will just, and then hopefully the steam that's in all them pipes, all your tubes from your regulator are full of steam then, you'll just gingerly put it in reverse. And then all of a sudden you just feel it sort of move back, like if it's stuck on the top dead centre, it's not enough to pull it forward, but it'll usually enough to send it back. So you just gingerly move it into reverse. As soon as you feel it going back, you just whiz it forward like that, and it'll just sort of rock. And so in the coach you'll feel like boing, and
I'm going to say, you can see all the motion outside moving backwards and forwards, and they just couldn't get it to move. It was ages, but steam was coming up all over the place.
They must have just stopped it on the, and the thing where it just will not go one way or the other. But that's not what you do. Just get a feel of that. That's mid-gear there. Go smashing forward, dead light. The Castle's very much the same, lovely machine.
Yeah.
Wind it back, a little bit more.
Oh yeah, you need a bit of weight.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
That's your mid-gear point. Neutral, for all intents and purposes. Right back gear. That's the drain taps.
It's all
normally released by your foot. Whiz forward. So they're always left in the open position. That is your blower, which is always left on. That will induce the draft. So even if you're going uphill or whatever, you have to shut off quickly for whatever reason. You go in a tunnel, you're coasting through, you're not going to get a back pressure through.
That's why.
And blow, you get what's a load of shit one minute is a fireball the next, because it's just gas. The fire doesn't just burn on the bed. It's actually it is burning, but it's also giving gas off, and that is completed within the firebox, the burning of that. The door will normally always be left cracked open to admit extra air to complete the combustion of it. Now this is not very deep in here.
Yeah.
The Castle is about 10.5 foot, this might be about 7 or 8. It's a long way down. That normally complete your combustion, you're firing in between, nice all, it's low down, easy to fire. The Castle's not so bad, you only need just one either side, one under the door, through the coaches of the engine, whatever. And as the steam whistles by, that sucks the air out to create 25 inches of vacuum, of mercury, vacuum. That will normally, you will maintain, you have the big ejector on to create it on the Castle, and on there you have a small one. So once you've created it, you can normally maintain it by the small one. If it doesn't keep it maintained, we'll just crack the big one open so it can maintain your 25 inches. The stopping on it is normally they use a shut. As you come into a stand, you will shut the big ejector, leave it on the small one, and just brake gently with it, bring it down to say 15, 20, 15, and just drift away at that. Just a touch more, it's usually to bring it to where you want to stop it, but you always then, as you literally come into a stop, the last few mile an hour or so, release the brake just to take the pressure off. So you come to a nice, gentle stop there.
That's right. Yeah.
You always release the brake. When you've got coaches on, you release it that bit because they're actually stopping more of you than what you are. They're a better brake. You will then, when you're doing about 2 or 3 miles an hour, you will always stop with the vacuum rising between 15 on its way up. You always knock the brake off. It's still on, but it's just taking the pressure off. So it ends a nice stop, no tea spill, nobody coming running down the coaches, because you just jam to a blooming stop.
Which is what BR sometimes do, don't they?
That's what that is. The driver will give you more instructions regarding that. Forcing the oil out through here. Or you get then, so oil floats on water, so you get little blobs of oil.
Oh, I see,
Every 30 seconds you set that, so you get 1 blob of oil every 30 seconds. As long as that is in that position. That then, as long as you're moving, you're getting oil into the steam, which go into the cylinders, which lubricates it. It's a bit fiddly, ancient thing, but quite effective.
In steam?
In steam, but normally I always fire them the afternoon before. The Scotsman will be lit up this afternoon.
Really? As long as that?
Well, you like to warm them up nice and slow, because the thing will move back a good few inches, the boiler, as it's warming.
Really, the expansion.
So they like to do it nice and gentle. You don't want to rush it. The longer the better. Normally mid-afternoon, come the evening, it's still made no steam by about 9 o'clock, but they'll back the fire up. So the morning after, it's hot to touch, but not in steam. And then in the morning you can, bring it around in about 4 o'clock. Just before Christmas. Yeah, it's been all over the place. Been all over the place. Those e-dampers on the Scotsman, on Castle, I should say, sorry, there's 3. There's usually front and back. That has a front, back, and a middle. You normally just use the 2. Just that admits air to the underside of the fire bed, under the grate. You then complete the combustion by adding air through there. A, it takes the smoke off, and B, it completes the combustion, because black smoke is, when you see them labouring with black smoke, you think he must have a good. That is actually waiting. That is not good practice.
Good for photographers, but
good for photographers. I mean, we can make it smoke. The idea is not to do. It's not good, not efficient at all. Plus, it annoys the neighbours if you're in the middle of somewhere. Don't like smoke.
No.
And you can normally do it by not firing too much, and with your doors cracked open, you adjust your doors. As the smoke decreases, your doors gradually shut. But the smoke is heat. There's a lot of, unburnt fuel in there, salt and all. It's the same as what cars it.
We were here when you first
witnessed the rebirth.
They got some package shopper firelighters in there.
Nice. I sometimes use firelighters actually.
Really? You cheap, do you?
Yeah, you can do paper, but that's just much more messy. It's hands full of shit. Either just throw put a load of wood around it and they just drop lights and just drop them off. Works a treat. Less smell like eating your breakfast after. You just goes right. Let's say your regulator rig is actually straight out, really stiff and very tricky. Very tricky. But your actual on your reverser, it's actually mounted upright on this. On the castle and the manor, everything is actually. If it goes forward, it means it's going forward.
Yes.
But if it was just stuck upright like that, you think if it goes up, it would go forward. In actual fact, it's the arse of drove about. It's back gear. And an accident has occurred on Bishop's Rail on the Gresley at Taunton a few years ago. Where it came off the stock. They changed drivers and the one got on, wound it up, thinking we went forward, set off. It went back and took the top of the shunter's head off.
Really?
Nearly killed him. Yeah. That almost ended Steve on behind that.
Simple as that, yeah.
Simple as that. So they've got to familiarise yourself with it.
Well, just like that. That's okay. Just look at me, please. Just look at me this way, and that'll do. Lovely. I'll feel on your side. Take it to you like that. That's lovely. Just hold it like that. That's lovely. Hold it like that again. That's lovely. And again, please. That's marvellous. Let's just try one last one like that. Still got one shot. Yeah, we're over. Hiya, Tommy. job. What? It's good, but it's got to come back here, John. No, come back over there, won't it? That actually stand there, isn't it?
Well, can you see it back on that side of the valley, please?